new update from Perplexity, they have released a new browser called Comet that is actually completely free. So I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. You can download Comet for free. You don't need to be a paid user to use this. You can get it at perplexity.ai.comet. If you want to get access to all the notes from today, I'm going to add this inside the AI Money Lab. So you can get the free links inside the Money Lab here. We're just going to get straight into this bad boy. So you can see here, for example, we can even watch films. You can ask it anything. The UI is pretty nice. I'm going to show you exactly how to download and install it today. We'll test it out together. And then you can see basically you can do anything, automate anything with Comet, right? So it basically understands what you're talking about. You can organize stuff. So you can organize your tabs by category, close ones, distractions, etc. It can also build stuff. So you can ask it to build like a basic website using the best website generator tool. You can even email, right? So you can say draft a reply that shares my upcoming schedule. AI that shops, right? So you can say buy a high quality, comfortable chair, create a study plan for a syllabus so it can create, build, code, email, remove distractions, organize stuff, and you can get access to it right here. Now, this literally just came out a few hours ago. So essentially like an AI personal assistant, and it can essentially like delegate or eliminate a lot of the tasks you're probably doing manually, which is really cool. A lot of research tasks as well is really good for. And you can see here they literally just announced it a few hours ago. So this was 7 hours ago that the Perplexity Comet update was released. And essentially, you can see it here. If you want to get access, you just click on this, and then you're going to download the Comet Likes. And then once you've downloaded it, you just drag the Comet icon into your applications folder, open up, boom shaka, you're good to go. So let's wait for that to download, like you see. Then we're going to open up. So we're going to click on this. Then you see something like this. You just drag and drop if you're on a Mac like that. Boom shakalaka. All right. And then once you're done, type in Comet. Then you're just going to wait for it to install. Like you can see, so it's just installing here. And if you have any questions or you want me to test something out along the way, feel free to ask. And then hopefully we can just open Comet like so. Let's wait for this to load. Now, I've personally been using similar sort of browsers. There's other free AI browsers, like, for example, Dia. Dia is one that's really cool. It's beautiful. What a time to be alive, my friends. What a time to be alive. So this is what it looks like once you sign up. Then you can click on Get Started. Then you can just import your emails. So, for example, like we could import Dia, we could import Mozilla, etc. All right. So let's go with Chrome. We'll click on Import. My name, the man, the myth, the legend. And then from here, you can also choose whether you want notifications on or off. And also you can decide whether you want it to be like your default browser. Now, I know a lot of people were using Perplexity inside the search bar inside Chrome at the top as like their default search engine instead of Google. But now you can use Comet as your default browser if you want to. You don't have to. And then you can choose whether you add it to your dock. I don't like to add stuff. I like to keep it really clean in the dock, to be honest. Open Comet on startup. Don't really want that. Helps improve the product. I don't really want to be sending stuff. And then from here, we're good to go. All right. And you can choose whether you want your default browser to be Comet or Chrome. I'm going to stick with Chrome. And then we'll skip that bad boy for now. Finish the setup. We can connect our Gmail accounts. I'm going to connect Google over here. Let's add that. Select all. Use this stuff at your own risk, by the way. But you can see it's imported all my bookmarks over here, which is pretty cool. And then it should be using the AI in the background to sync my calendar and my emails and everything else, right? Now, in the meantime, let's test this out. So you can see here, for example, we can actually do things in the side. So as soon as you open up a new tab, if you click on plus sign over here, you can see that you can now, for example, choose between YouTube or school. You could use mail, studio, etc. This is quite interesting. Is it actually going to work on school? By the way, if you're not in the school group, you're missing out, peeps, all right? If you go to the classroom here and you type in Comet, let's say you want to learn about Perplexity Comet, with 4 different training modules on Comet, right? With video tutorials. So you can see an example here, right? And these are like full tutorials with resources and step-by-step SOPs that will show you exactly how to use this stuff to do whatever you want, right? And automate whatever you want. So really cool stuff right there. And then we're going to keep going now. So if we go back to Perplexity account, we can connect WhatsApp, which is pretty crazy. We've connected Gmail, which is good. And then you've got the options on the left-hand side here, right? Let's see what we can do with this now. Also got this imported from section here. I'm going to allow that. And the thing to note here is, and most people are not aware of this, right? Most people don't understand this. But previously, this was only available to Max users on Perplexity. And Perplexity Max was like $200 per month, which is $2,400 per year. And so it actually got pretty pricey if you were using it that way. Whereas now you can get it for free. Again, I haven't paid for this, and we've got free access to this bad boy right here, right? And then you can see some examples of how it's being used, etc. And also there was a long waiting list as well. Apparently Google's stock has fallen, but I'm not sure about that. I'll believe it when I see it, according to this, because obviously Perplexity is a Google competitor. Be interested to know what people are actually building and doing with this. Let's give it a cheeky whirl, right? So I love the fact that it's just logged into everything. I don't have to set everything up. What we're going to do is try the assistant. So we've got the assistant over here. It says take control over browser and pass this test for me. So let's see what it does now. It's exploring the browser. Seems super slow. I wonder if that's because everyone in the world there's probably tons of people using it right now, if that makes sense. Let's see. Is it totally stuck? That is not a good start, my friend. Let's try something else, all right? So open Google Maps and build a walking route to the top 5 attractions in San Francisco. Also going to close some of these tabs. Let's see what it's doing over here. Let's open up Google Maps. You can see it's searching for the top attractions in San Francisco. And then it's planning out the route, right? So you can use it as a personal assistant to plan out your journeys or your routes. Let's say, for example, a couple of weeks ago, I went over to Japan. Amazing place, by the way. If you've never been, definitely want to check it out. But I actually use ChatGPT to help me plan like the whole day in terms of, okay, I want to walk for 3 or 4 hours. Where can I go? What can I see, etc. And ChatGPT was just like perfect at planning out the route, figuring out, okay, what's the fastest way to get around, etc. And this seems to be doing the same thing. Wait for that to load. And then let's have a look as well. So I'm going to try something else now. All right. So it's compiled this email, right, to me at juliangolly.com. It's written out the full email here. Let's see if it's actually going to send it. Is it actually sent the email? That's crazy. So it says the email about SEO, including actionable strategies and useful resources for improving website rankings, has been successfully sent to me at juliangolly.com. Let's check this out in the background. We'll have a look here. Check my emails, see what we got. Yeah, there we go. Look at that. So you can see here, we've got the full email sent to us. It's written in markdown, so that's not great. We normally have to say, okay, send that in HTML, but you can see how quick and easy that was. Came through straight away from that email address that's set up on Comet to that email address, and boom, shakalaka. We're good to go. All right, that was pretty cool, to be fair. All right, let's try something else now. So we've shown how to automate emails. The route planning seems to take absolutely ages, so I'm not really impressed with that. I'm going to try and see if this actually works. So we're going to try and get it to automatically play the numbers test. And then I think you've got like a different tab with something working in the background, right? But this is working. So you can see what it's doing is using the humanbenchmark.com, starting the memory test. You can see it sees the number 9 that was previously displayed on that test just now. And it's reasoning. So basically, you can see your browser. It can type for you, like you can see it's typing for us right now. And it can basically control your browser. And it's running autonomously without me. So for example, it's on the next test, which is, the number 90, for example, you can see on the screen. And it seems to be working there as well. La Trenda in the free school group says, I suck at coding, but I want to build stack, whether my generators and motion websites. Yes, you can use something like a data button is pretty good for that if you want full stack. But if you want something super basic, let's say, for example, I can't code, but I want to build an app. The way that I would do this, and you can see the comment is just running in the background and typing in my screen and everything whilst I explain this. But you can use something like Lovable as well. Lovable is actually free. I think you were on the live stream yesterday, Trender, but basically when you're building out these apps, like you saw I built a human avatar app that took images of me and turned them into videos, like short form portrait videos using Lovable. And also AI Studio is really good for that. So I would look at those. And it depends how complex you want it to be. If you want to build like something really complex with a full backend stack, then I would use something like Data Button. Replit is pretty good for that. Or if you want to build something simple, then if it was just a video generator app, then I'd probably use AI Studio or Lovable. And actually, AI Studio is really good because it's free as well. Right? So that's running in the background. I'm actually going to close the human benchmark. And Latrenda says, I joined the AI Profit Boardroom. Good to see you there. Thank you very much for joining. By the way, some people won't be aware of this, but if you haven't joined the AI Profit Boardroom right now, you're missing out. We've got 4.5 hours left on this. All right. So if you haven't joined already, make sure you join because there's a huge bonus running right now for the AI Profit Boardroom. So if you sign up to the AI Profit Boardroom, which you can get access to right here, you basically get access to all my best trainings, unlimited tech support, daily Q&As, weekly coaching calls, 5 weekly coaching calls, and there's a double refund guarantee, right? So if you sign up, you don't like it, no problem, right? We'll just say thank you and high five you on the way out, basically. But if it helps you, then make sure you join now because there's $15,000 worth of free bonuses inside there, right? So you can try it for 7 days. It's on a flash sale as well now, and there's only 4.5 hours left on that flash sale with the bonuses. And basically, you can see everything that you get, right? So you get my clone system, you get my school playbook that helped me achieve. So you discover how I created that MR using school. Not typical results, but I managed to achieve it somehow. And then Twitter, you get my best Twitter automations that help me reach over 7 million people per month. You can see an example of that on X here. Let's pull up my X analytics. So if we look over the last 3 months, for example, you can see how many people I reach over the last 4 weeks. You can see we reached 6.4 million people using X, and that's just the last 4 weeks. But you get access to the SEO boardroom for free, which basically shows you how to get more SEO traffic, and that is normally $110 a month. You get my AI affiliate marketing course and a complete business in a box method as well, right? So if you want to learn ways to grow your revenue, but you don't have a business set up yet, we actually have a full course inside the AI Profit Boardroom, right? Top of that, you get 1,000 plug and play automations, daily personal video answers from me if it's super complicated, unlimited tech support, 5 weekly coaching calls, and a bunch of giveaways as well, right? And that's all included, but it's only available for the next 4.5 hours, right? So make sure you sign up now before you miss out. John says, hi, are you really holding a raffle or is your AI content generator acting up? Feel free to check your system. Yeah, we give away every week. We give away lifetime access to one lucky member inside the AI Profit Boardroom. So if you haven't checked that out already, let me pull this up for you. All right. So basically, we're giving away 2 lifetime prizes, the AI Profit Boardroom and the SEO Elite Circle for one lucky winner. Only 7 days to enter. The giveaway closes on October the 9th. And just to be clear here, full terms, eligibility, and rules are linked in the description of this post, as you can see. So you just go to the comments. And this giveaway is not sponsored or endorsed by YouTube. Terms and conditions are in the comments too, right? So, John, if you want to get access to that, you've probably seen it on LinkedIn as well. That's why you're messaging on LinkedIn. But you can see the terms and conditions right here, and you can enter this form. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with our content generator. We just give away a prize each week because we want to help people. But obviously, that's only to one winner, right? So if you want to sign up to the AI Profit Boardroom, I would just sign up whilst you can to get those bonuses before the bonus closes in 4.5 hours. All right, so let's get back to Perplexity now. All right. The cool thing I like about the Perplexity Comet is basically it feels like Chrome. It looks and it feels like Chrome, right? There's really no difference. The only difference is that this one is more autonomous and Chrome itself is a bit more DIY, if that makes sense. So Comet was built in mind, I think, to replace Chrome. And it wouldn't surprise me if they get a good amount of usage. It's available to users free across the world. It's free to use. And it's super easy and simple. I'm not on a paid plan, but I've used Perplexity a lot today. You can see how it sends emails, pretty good, right? That email is pretty decent, to be fair. So let's have a look and try something else now. So what I'm going to say now, okay, is schedule 9:30 a.m. EST on Monday a call about using, I don't know, a reminder for, in fact, here's what we'll do. We'll say, okay, schedule a reminder in 4 hours for the AI Profit Boardroom. Free bonuses finish in my calendar. See if you can do that. So you can see here, it's so fast as well. That's what I love about it. It's really fast to reply. So we said schedule a reminder 4 hours, AI Profit Boardroom, free bonuses finish inside my calendar. And then you see it says setting a reminder to notify you when the AI Profit Boardroom bonuses finish. Is scheduled that for October the 1st at this time, October the 3rd, sorry. You can add guests, no video conferencing, and then it has a little reminder. You can click on schedule. So then if we go to our calendar, so let's try and find this. You can now see that inside my calendar, we have this event going, right? AI Profit Boardroom, free bonuses finish. Here's how long the event is. Here's a reminder, boom. How easy was that? That's the easiest solution that I've seen for scheduling calendar reminders and also for sending emails to. Really cool there. Super easy and simple to use. All right. Ian says value. That's what we're talking about. John says, thanks. I will join next round. Your systems are awesome. Just need to find time. Yeah. So if you want help finding time, that's something that it's a problem that we solved inside the AI Profit Boardroom, right? And the reason that we solved it is because a lot of people struggle with this in the AI world. If you feel overwhelmed, don't worry, you're one of millions. So what we actually did was inside the AI Profit Boardroom, we actually created this focus protocol, right? And if you follow that, you will never worry about focus again. You'll never worry about overwhelm again, right? So you follow this. It's a full focus manual, and it basically runs through exactly how to use it. All right. So if you feel overwhelmed, follow the protocol. And we also have a 6-week course here as well. So if you're like overwhelmed and not sure where to start, you can just implement this 6-week course. It takes you from a beginner, so literally from the foundations of not knowing anything about AI to being able to build an AI agent in under 5 minutes, to learning how to grow your revenue with AI. And then finally, in 6 weeks, you're basically going to be taken from beginner to expert level, like you can see. So it's really cool. Levi says, can I get a month free in your school? So if you want like a free version of school, you can get the AI Money Lab, and that's where all the video notes are stored from today. Obviously, that doesn't come with the coaching, the help, the support. It doesn't come with a community that's as active, and also it's not as helpful. If anyone can join, anyone can give advice. If anyone can give advice, then you could get some pretty bad advice in there, right? So if you want to join like serious people and you want to be part of a group of winners, and you want to see what's really going on behind the scenes, then just join the AI Profit Board. And this comes with all my best automations that I personally use inside my business, like you see right here. For example, like the Twitter automation, we use that every single day. The AI avatar clones, we use that every single day. The shorts automations, like this shorts automations helps us reach millions of people on Instagram and YouTube every single day. All right. And I'm not saying that's guaranteed for everyone who joins, but even if you can achieve like 10% of that, you're already winning. And if you want my best automations, weekly live coaching calls with absolute experts, 10 masterclasses, a community of winners who are serious about AI, then join the AI Profit Boardroom. If you just want the free stuff and you want to test the water, etc., you can join the AI Money Lab. All right. And Marcus says, jump in. You will be glad you did. That's what we're talking about. So there you go. Advice from Marcus. Join in when you can, mate. Join in when you can. So that's basically how it goes so far. Let's go back to Comet now. I keep forgetting this is Perplexity Comet, right? So honestly, I'm going to set that as my default browser. I prefer it. It's just easier. It's faster. It's a lot smoother than Dia or GenSpark, to be honest with you. And yeah, so far it's really cool. And you just use it as a virtual assistant, but it is free to use as well, which is amazing. It's astounding, right? And it has all my bookmarks as well from Chrome, which is pretty cool too. Now, if we click on Assistant on the right-hand side here, this will toggle the chat, so you can use the assistant over here. And then I also like the look and feel of it as well. You can also edit the widgets. So if we click on Allow here, you can see that you can add different widgets inside here. So for example, like you've got this Zen option. I don't even know what that does, but let's click on it. It's probably going to play some sound. So it's like a Zen animation. All right. Now, what I'm also interested in as well is if we start a new document inside Google Docs, right? We say to Perplexity, write me an SEO optimized blog on this page inside Google Docs. And then we'll tag in, yeah. So it figures out that we're talking about that, about SEO training in Japan. Let's see if that can actually work. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I'm testing it and so far it hasn't let me down. So we'll see what it does. So you can see it's recognized docs.google there. It's organizing the content to craft an SEO optimized blog. Let's see if we can pull it off. All right. So it says, I can see a Google Doc. A blank Google Doc is open. I'll now write an SEO optimized blog post about SEO training in Japan directly inside this document. I'll click in the document area and start typing the content using HTML formatted for that structure. So it's basically telling you what it's going to do over here. And then it should start writing over here, right? So you can see it's buffering with the blue circle that's spinning around. Does seem to be quite slow there, to be fair. I think, let's have a look. Look, it can't write directly inside a Google Doc, mate. That's a shame. That is a shame. Let's have a look and say now, okay, we'll say go to Google and search for the S&P 500 price. Super basic task, but we'll see if that works. So retrieve it, but it doesn't seem to be operating the browser. And in the top right here, you get some buttons so you can like click on new thread, library, opening tab, etc. So it pulls in the S&P 500 price. Let's have a look and see if that's actually legit. So we'll take that, we'll go over here, and there you go. That's the price. Do you know what's interesting as well? If, let's say, 1 million people start using this browser, it literally stops you from using Google. And what I mean by that is like normally on Chrome, and this looks and feels like Chrome. And if you type in, for example, S&P 500 index, we click enter, that's actually going to go straight into Perplexity. It's not going to go into Google. And so less people potentially could, this is directly taking Google's market share. That's what I would say. I'd be interested to know if I saw it on Twitter and it felt like just a rumor. Let's have a look at Google share price today. Yeah, it's dropped a tiny little bit, but it's not a big deal, is it? But I can see what they're trying to do is pretty sneaky right there. John says, strange question, but what is a monthly spend to run all your third-party apps? So it depends what we're using at the time and that sort of thing. It will vary month to month, but bear in mind, like my monthly spend on apps is not going to be typical to most people because I run an SEO agency with over 200 clients. And so with our 200 clients, we have to buy a lot of software and we have to upgrade our packages quite high. So it doesn't really make sense to compare, but also we are also constantly testing AI tools. My team are testing AI tools, which means that our spend is going to be inflated versus everyone. What I will say though, is inside the AI Profit Boardroom, we actually have a list of tools that I'm using right now, right? So if we go to an updated tools list, you can get a list of tools I use. And then also what you can get inside the AI Profit Boardroom here is a list of free alternatives to pretty much every tool out there, right? So for example, if you're like, okay, I don't want to pay for tools, but I need to do something with AI, I've got to build this automation, etc. We can show you free alternatives that will actually save you money. And that way you keep your costs down and that sort of thing. So yeah, really cool. Let's have a look. So what's the difference between Pro? Bear in mind, I'm not on the Pro plan. It says, enjoy access to our agentic browser Comet, select top models for every query, and access advanced tools, right? So I think if you upgrade, you basically get more and better features inside Perplexity. So you get, for example, the research feature, the labs feature, which is like an alternative to GenSpark. And then you also have access to choosing different models, right? So for example, if we go inside here, you got an option between Pro and Max. I'm on the free plan, just to make it clear to everyone here. So this isn't going to cost you money unless you absolutely rinse it, and then maybe it will, but I don't think you will. This is interesting as well. See, you can basically save time on your inbox and calendar with Perplexity Assistant. It turns your inbox into scheduled meetings, drafted replies, and clears priorities, so you can get to inbox zero in half the time. So if I click on get started here, basically I think you can just auto organize your emails like you can see, and it will just categorize and organize your emails for you, color code them, all that sort of thing if you're into that. And then boom, save a lot of time. I actually have an assistant who handles my emails, so not humble brag, but I won't be using that for now, unless they start using it. Let's see what else people are using Perplexity Comet for. By the way, people, if you run a business and you're not live streaming on X, would definitely recommend. You see how my live stream always pops up in the top right here? This is a really powerful way to get attention and reach a lot of people at once. Would definitely recommend it. So let's see what else we got here. So students get free Comet and Perplexity Pro as well. So that's pretty cool. So if you're a student, you actually get free access to Perplexity Pro too. This is interesting. So look at that. It's a cool little tweet by Sundeep. So shout out to Sundeep. Can you go through all my messages and collect the names of each person, role, company, message, number of followers, and put this all into a Google Sheet? All right, let's try and take that prompt and test it out. Is that actually going to work? So we'll plug in a screenshot over here. I'm going to say, type this out. NB Murphy says, that's how I found you. I appreciate that, man. That's good to know that someone's watching on X. Yeah, thank you. Heavens to Betsy, it's not. You can't. This is interesting. So it can't even extract text from images. Let's try it on ChatGPT because I think ChatGPT will be able to do it. Let's take that screenshot. Say type out the prompt used here for extracting messages. That's interesting, isn't it? Flexi can't do that. It's good to show you the limitations as well. I think that's one of the best things about doing a live stream is like usually I would cut that out on a recorded video, and most YouTubers would because it's not very smooth. But when I do a video like this, I can show you what works and what doesn't. So you just get a transparent overview of, okay, these are the limitations. This is what doesn't actually work. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take this message like so. I'm going to go over to my LinkedIn inbox, and then we're going to go to assistant over here, and we'll see if it can actually do that. Someone complaining that I put insane in every title. Shout out to Anand Shingi. All right, so it's looking through the inboxes now. Morbid says, hey, I'm a pro user. You have a free subscription. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry, I got it for free. So LinkedIn, scroll through all the LinkedIn messages in the inbox. It's collecting the information right here. It's looking at the conversations. Is that actually going to work? That's pretty cool if it works. So we'll wait for that to load in the background. It's loading all the conversations, etc. The cool thing is you can have different tasks running in the background, right? So you can have this, for example, running over here. You could have one that's generating blog posts. I'm pretty sure like you could tell it, okay, post a tweet or whatever, and it'll probably work that way too. Let's see what else people have done. For example, let's say there's a long sales page like this. You don't want to read it all, right? Or a long blog post. You could say summarize this web page, and then it just summarizes it really quickly on the right-hand side with all the bullet points, how to get access, etc. You can see it's working through the inbox here, but it actually doesn't seem to work. So it says, it appears there was an issue accessing all your LinkedIn messages due to restrictions from LinkedIn. So that method does not work from what I can see. Maybe it worked for the geezer who posted it, but it didn't work for me. Yeah. You can also use it on YouTube. Let's try that. So if we go over to YouTube here, mute this, and I think let's have a look here. Let's see if this is actually going to work. So I'm going to say, okay, summarize. Oh, look at that. So it's got custom built prompts for YouTube. You can extract the key takeaways, and then it extracts the key takeaways. I'm assuming from the transcripts right there, which is really cool. You got the sources over there, right? So you basically got like a custom GPT on this page trained on this specific video, which is really cool. Let's try this as well. I wonder if it can, do you reckon it can shop for you? Tempted to see if it can actually do some shopping and that sort of thing. All right, let's have a look here. Writing and content creation. Can it actually create Google Docs? Create a new document titled AI Content Strategy. Let's try that. Shout out to ChatGPT Tricks, who recommended this. Great Carcass found something new. I see. That's it. John says that's insane. Poppy AI must be annoyed. Yeah, let's try this now. The password for this. All right. So it seems to have features built in with Google Drive. Let's have a look here. So go to the assistant. You can organize and rename folders. Can it actually create blog posts? Let's try it. Okay. So we'll go inside here. I'm going to say, right, okay, create a blog post in Google Drive about AI content strategies. Angel says, where's your money at? We're using it for free today, mate. So I'm going to put that over there on the right-hand side. And then let's have a look at some more use cases. Morbid says it was Perplexity giveaway. And Swapnil says watching it from Comet browser. That's pretty cool. I feel like Perplexity might be a little bit drunk here. It says, I can see the cursor is now in the document. There's a blue circle indicating the cursor position, blah, blah, blah. I'll start typing. Let's try another one now. So I'm going to go to Drive. We'll say find all the PDFs from the last 30 days. See if that works. So that's actually working, right? We said organize and rename folders. It's going to edit all my work files now, isn't it? You can see it's organizing everything. And I can see that's actually working because it's using Comet Assistant, like, right? And you can actually pause it and then edit yourself. That's essentially how it works. Still, it feels like a little bit less fluid than I would like. Like, I honestly just wouldn't use that day to day, but still, it's useful. And now it's created the blog post apparently. Let's have a look here. It's actually created that. So we got, oh, look at that. So it's created the Google blog post. That's pretty crazy. That is crazy. All right. So just to recap what we've done here, we said create a blog post in Google Drive about AI content strategies. We said your blog post has been created, blah, blah, blah. And then it said, would you like to view or edit the document now? Yes. Okay. And then we've got the Google document over here, right? So, if you had a blog post writer, mate, no need to have them anymore because this can just work its magic directly inside Google Drive. You can see it's organized it's done all sorts of crazy stuff here. So it's actually organized all my folders. I'm going to stop that because I don't want it to edit my whole Google Drive for work, but you get the point. And it can draft blog posts, create new documents, etc. as well. So that was really cool. So there's actually some good use cases for this. So far, we've covered, for example, how to send emails, how to create Google Docs and blog posts and automate that, how to summarize YouTube videos, how to create events as well. Apparently, you can reply to DMs as well. So you can say, check my Twitter DMs and organize it. Email automation we've already covered, research assistant, summarize stuff as well. But yeah, that's basically it. So if you want to get access to everything that I've mentioned today, then get it inside the AI Money Lab, link in the description. It is completely free. All right. And if you want to get the video notes from today, just go to the AI Money Lab, go to the classroom, go to new automations, new AI automations, so you know exactly how to get access. And then you'll see Perplexity Comet right here. Right. And you can see the link that we've talked about today to get it for free. I've proven that I'm not on a pro account or anything like that before. Someone says it's not free. And then I've shown you a full SOP on exactly how to use it step by step, scheduling. You can use it for shopping, inboxes, recipes, finding trending books, summarizing YouTube videos, etc. Right? So all this sort of stuff. Really cool. It's like a research assistant. And if you love this stuff, you can see all these video tutorials on the left-hand side where we basically run you through with step-by-step processes exactly how to use AI, right? And anything you can imagine is pretty much in here. So if you type in, for example, comment, you can see already, and this is brand new stuff, but you can see we already have 4 courses on comment. And these are like full video tutorials that run through everything. Inside here as well, you can connect with 28,000 members, nearly 29,000 members. And inside here as well, you also get all of my best AI agents, 1,000 free N10 workflows, 200 ChatGPT prompts, a case to learn how one member made ChatGPT $10,000 with ChatGPT, a full blueprint to generate thousands of leads free with AI, and it comes in video, audio only, PDF format, and printable format too. And you get a free AI community, free AI course, and free AI case study. So a lot of value inside the AI Money Lab. If you haven't already checked out, link in the comments description, completely free. You can post inside the community and you can see how active this community is. There's loads of stuff going on. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss out, there's actually only how long is there left now? Pretty much 4 hours remaining, right? Just under 4 hours, but we'll put 4 hours on the offer here. So I only have 4 hours for this limited time deal. And basically what you get is this much in free bonuses for 4 hours left. And you basically get all of my best automations and systems, plus tons of free money making bonuses. All right. There's limited spots available and it's only 4 hours left. And you can lock in your AI Profit Boardroom spot just by clicking this link here. If you're watching on YouTube, you can get the link in the comments description. If you're watching on Twitter, you can see the reply with the link. And if you're watching on School, you'll see the post right at the top of the community here. But you get access inside the AI Profit Boardroom to all of those bonuses. Let me show you what you get as well. And just so you know, you can't lose here. We take all the risks. So, you can try it for 7 days. If you don't like it, you can get all your money back. And even if you use one workflow in 30 days and it doesn't save you time or money, we'll refund you 100%. So you can grab your spot right here for the free bonus. And the thing is, like, most people don't really know how to apply this stuff to them. So what we give you inside the AI Profit Boardroom is the AI Avatar clone system, the school playbook that I use, how I reach 7 million people per month on Twitter, my Empire Builder Focus Manual. I know a lot of people say they're overwhelmed with AI. Free access to the SEO Boardroom, which is normally $110 per month, right? You can see the SEO Boardroom is normally $110 per month, but you can get it for free if you join the AI Profit Boardroom now. All right. And then also you get a complete business in a box. So if you don't have a business, but you want to start getting sales, to start growing your revenue online, etc., then you can learn exactly how we do that from day one inside the AI Profit Boardroom. You can grab your spot here. All right. Normal price is this. And now you will save this much if you sign up now. Plus, you get the full AI Profit Boardroom, right? So inside the AI Profit Boardroom here, you get access to the community, which is very active, and we basically all just jump in and help each other and that sort of thing. You see how active it is with all these different comments. So it's working 24/7 to help people. And then additionally, inside the classroom, you get all of my best automations, like you can see. So these are all the different courses you get inside here, including how I scaled my agency, how I reached 2.1 million people a month on YouTube, my best automations for shorts across TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, etc., YouTube, and also my best Twitter automations and everything else that you can see right here. All right. And then finally, what you also get is 5 weekly coaching calls per week. So you get 5 weekly coaching calls where we're basically going to help you problem solve together, jump on live calls with you, and answer any questions you have. So feel free to get all of this inside the AI Profit Boardroom. Again, only 4 hours remaining on this deal. So make sure you get it now before you miss out. All right. Thanks for watching. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers, everyone. Bye bye.